Hello, welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts and What's on Wednesday. And today I'm going to make a pinwheel card. I've seen this demonstrated by Crafting with Christina and Stamping Piece with Mary Nabe. I think that's how you say her name. There was another place as well, but I can't remember the name of that one. But I've made up my own measurements for everything, so because I want to put it onto a 5x7 card. So and I'm using the Lifetime of Love stamp set. I'm just using actually the leaves of that. I'm using the So Sincere stamp set as well. Hope your day is a happy one. And I'm also using this one, if I can find them. What am I doing with it? Oh, there we go. The Sweetly Scripted stamp set with just the happy birthday, and I'm going to use part of it, so I'm going to be cutting that down a little bit. Well, not cutting it, but it will be cut down. Okay, so those are the stamps that I'm using. I'm going to use those embellishments, which are the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock Filed Gems, because I'm using this DSP, which is the Forever Love 12x12 Speciality Designer Series paper, because now I'm using Moody, it's got Moody Mauve, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock and Very Vanilla, and I'm going to use some Very Vanilla cardstock and Pretty Peacock cardstock and ink for my sentiments and my stamping. So Very Vanilla, and then I'm using three different patterns actually from the papers. I'm using these two different papers here, plus this one which has got the Moody Mauve on the back. So could have made it with Moody Mauve, but I wanted to make it with, I like Pretty Peacock. So these, right, so that's the measurements next. So we've got a 5x7 card base, which is white, but I could have made it, anyway, it doesn't matter. I've got a white card base. I've got Pretty Peacock back layer is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. I've got this piece of card, which is another layer, which is 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Then I've got two squares of Pretty Peacock, which are 3 inches square. So that's what they are. And then I've got 4 each of 1 3/8 inch squares. So I've got 4 of that pattern and 4 of this pattern. And they are 1 3/8 inch squared. Then I've got this piece of Pretty Peacock, which is 1 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inches, and this is 1 inch by 3 inches. That's going to be my sentiment, or what my sentiment is going to be stamped on. And I have got some of this ribbon, which I'm going to be using, which is called just metallic ribbon, and it's 3/8 of an inch wide, and it is Pretty Peacock and gold. And I've just cut myself a strip off, and rather to save time and to make sure I got it looking nice, I've actually tied my ribbon, which I'm going to add to it as well. So I've already tied my ribbon, so I've made a ribbon separate to the actual ribbon that I'm going to stick on. So that's what I'm going to use for that. So I will first of all just stick these pieces onto the base of my base of my card. So we'll put these on first. So put these down, and then we'll make a start on how to do the pinwheel. So I've watched which one? I've watched one of the people videos to see how to do the pinwheel. So I think I know what I'm doing with that. So this one goes down first. background layer. So it should have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then this one on top. It is a shame to cover up any foiled patterns, but I needed the vanilla one to lift it a little bit, but I also wanted the pretty peacock colour ink on it as well, so I had to use that one. I like that one because I don't want it to be too busy, but it also gives a little bit of interest to it as well, so it's not just plain. What you could do, if you could use a vanilla colour card and then put it through an embossing machine, so emboss it so that it's not flat, just to give it a bit of extra interest and a bit of texture. Okay, now for these pieces. So if you, now this is 3 inches, so I want it to be sort of 1.5 inches either side of this, so that's there. I think that's about it, and it will be in the middle. So I've got a square, a line going down the middle and a line going across, so it needs to be 1.5 inches either side of those two lines. So that's just about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's right. And then this one's going to go over the top. So again, I want that to be in the center, and I want the other one to be in the center as well. So that lines up with that one, and that one lines up there. So what you can do then, you can just pull this forward and put some glue on the back here, like that, and push that down. So again, you try and keep it still. It is easier if you've got some grid paper, I must admit, to do this part. And then you can lift the bottom part up and then put some glue again on the bottom there. So there we go. So now you've got your base piece and it's nice and centered, so you know you've got equal distances all the way around. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start sticking these pieces on, and I've just cut these squares, but if you had some an interesting pattern on a square that would fit here, you want to have just a little bit of a border around the outside edge, so it stands out against the pretty peacock. Okay, so if it was directional, you want to make sure you get it in the right direction, but this one really hasn't got any direction to it as such. You can try and work out, if you want to, which way around you want it to go, but I don't think this pattern matters too much. When you stick this one piece down, you don't want to put any glue in this area here, because when you come to the last piece, you're going to stick it behind. Okay, so you only want to sort of put glue on this part here. So if I put my thumb there, I'm not going to put any glue on that part of it, because you're going to lift it up afterwards. So I'm going to put that there, and hopefully that's along there, and then we're just going to keep going round with the patterns. So again, this one is more directional, but because it's going to be off centre, actually, if we do it, it's going to be, yeah, I should have perhaps used the other one first in that direction, then I could have, anyway, that's fine, we'll carry on like this. So this one is more directional, but we're going to use it like this anyway. So here we go, and we can now glue the whole of the square down, and that one is going to go over the top of that one, but we're also going to leave a small gap around the outside edge. It should be about 1/16 of an inch. I'm not going to measure it, it's fine. And then we're just going to carry on and add the next layer. So this one will be going over the top there. Okay, So we will this one up. Oh. Oh, it's the other one that's got a pattern with it. So this one has got the pretty peacock on the back of that one, but we're using this side of it. So that is going to line up around about there. And we keep doing this all the way around. So the back of this one until we get to the last piece. I'm running out of my glue. This way, whoops, that way round. Again, lining that up. You sort of want to get the centres in towards the middle, but don't worry about it too much. Now another piece of the other colour, the contrasting colour. Contrasting card. It doesn't have to be obviously this pattern. It can be any one that you. Uh-oh, that's not the right size. Let's see. I've got. That should be. That's the right. Whoops. Yes. Let me just cut this bit quickly because I didn't get that one right. 1 3/8. This one is. That's the right size now, please. No, it's not. It looks square. 1 1/8. Can't cut. Right, let's try again. 1 3/8. Please let this be right. That should be. That doesn't look right. Yes, it is. It's right. Right, forget that. But that one definitely isn't the same size as that. That one's shorter. Right, just get rid of that a minute. 2 seconds. Put that in the bin. Whoops. And it's gone somewhere else, but never mind. Right, let's carry on. Get this inked up. Try and get that there. That's okay. This one that way up. Okay. And that one goes at the angle again. There. And then that one, whoops, there. So this is the last piece now that's going down a contrasting colour. And then we've got the other one we're going to be putting this is going to go behind there like that. So we want that one to go, they're all going to go in the same direction, so we'll put that one so that it's like that. So we'll put the ink, the glue, not the ink, on the back of there. And we'll push this one so that it goes down behind there, but we want to make sure we got, I got the wrong way around. Get it the right way around so that they're all the same, facing the same way. And then we can lift this up and put some glue behind here. I don't know if you could see my head then, sorry if it did. So that is my pinwheel. So that's how you do the pinwheel. Okay. And that's all I need for that at the moment, so that can go on drying. What I am going to do, I'm going to put one of these larger foil gems in the middle, in the centre, to just right in the centre where all of those meet up. So that's hopefully going to hide anything that doesn't quite match up. Okay, so that is the top part of the card. Okay, so that's that bit done. Now for the rest of it, I won't bother put that away. So we've got, oh, I put that down. So that will go on the top of that, and I forgot to put my ribbon down. Oh, typical. So let's find out where that needs to go. And I'm going to put a piece of that needs to come down. So if that goes about there, that's going to go on top of that. So yeah, that should be around about there. So I want to put, if I put my across that line there, and I'm going to use my whatever I've got, seal I think I've got. I think I've got some left in here, hopefully. Yeah, should be just enough. So it's this line here. I'm going to go right the way across, all the way, hopefully keeping in a straight line, ish. And I want to go right to the edge there. Right, take that off. And it's on my fingers anyway, so that's not going to help. And then I'm going to lay this over the top of where I put my seal. There we go. If there's any outside of it, I can just rub that off. And then I'm going to have to cut this down because I forgot to tuck it underneath. If I remembered, I would have obviously tucked this behind the card so it would have stayed in the right place. But I forgot to put it down first, so that's okay. It's not a problem. Find me bin. There we go. Right, now for the stamping part of it. And we're going to stamp on here. And I'm going to put some, if I can find some, scrap paper underneath. Just so that I know I'm going to, whoops, I know I'm going to make, not make, I'm going to go over the sides of it because the stamp is bigger than the actual area that I'm stamping on. But it is big enough for me to get it all on. And I'm using Pretty Peacock ink and hopefully going to line that up pretty centrally. Hopefully. So I've got my happy birthday in the middle. There we go. And with the lines going either side. So that is my happy birthday. That's good. I'm happy with that one. So that's going to go on top of my mount there. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp, hope your day is a happy one. And try and make sure that that's reasonably straight. There we go. And I'm going to put these leaves down here in the corner. There we go. And then my envelope. Just need to pick one out quickly. That one. Where are they? Come on, you can do this. Where are you? Here we go. These are the right size envelopes. I'm going to put this one just down here in the corner because you don't want anything on the other side. And then I'm going to do one here and then one going down on the other side, around about here. There we go. So that's my envelope stamped. Now we can just finish putting this together. So I've got, this is going to go down on dimensionals with dimensionals. So we'll add some dimensionals to these corners here and one in the middle. That one, take the backs off. Why didn't I? There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. And how do I put that? Like that. Nope, it's got to be that one, I'm afraid. That way round, I think. Oh, actually, no, that one will do. So I want that to be more or less in the middle, like that. I need to add, I might as well use this being as I've got it here. Add some of that to the back of this and put that down on there, and that again is going to go on dimensionals. Actually, I'm going to use the smaller ones because I want them to go either side of the ribbon. So I'm going to use a couple more than I would have done if I'd used the larger ones, but I want them to go either side of the ribbon. So I might put one so that it actually sticks to the ribbon as well. So I've used quite a lot on there, I know, but I just want to get it so that it goes all the way across. I'll take that off now. So that's all of them done there. So I'm going to put, if I can get them off me, that slightly to one side, like that, and then I've got this ribbon and I'm going to put it on with a glue dot. So I'm going to put that so that it's on the side there like that. Just a couple of glue dots. And whoops, I'll just tip all that. Maybe another one, just to be on the safe side. There we go. So just get my ribbon back to the right shape, and we'll put that just there on the side of the sentiment, and my glue dots are stuck to the side of my box. Oh dear me, I'm getting in a pickle now. Right, try and put back in there. There we go, that'll do. Put that away for a minute. Put that out afterwards. Right, so just a couple of dimensionals left to go, not dimensionals, embellishments to go on here. And we've got, might use the smaller ones. So I've got, I'm going to put one there, one up here, and one there. There we go. So there we go. That is my card for today, my What's on Wednesday card. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed that, and maybe you could have a go at doing that. If you do, please don't forget to share what you make, because I'd love to see what you do. And the envelope as well. Put that with it. So we've got our card, our inside, and the envelope all matching. And I just cut that off there. There we go. Right. Thank you very much for joining me. If you want any of the products, you can find them on my online shop. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can find them you can click on the subscribe button. And if you click on the little bell icon, you'll be notified when I post more videos to my channel. Okay. If you've got any questions, please don't feel free to ask. If you want the dimensions again, the card base is 5x7. The pretty peacock piece at the back is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. This piece is 4.5 by 5 by 6.5. These background squares were 3 by 3 for both of them, and then you centre them. Yeah, that's right. The squares are 1 3/8 inch square. This piece, the vanilla piece, is 1 by 3, and this piece is 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. So those are all the dimensions that I've got for the card. Okay, thank you very much again for joining me, and I hopefully will see you again soon. Bye for now.